How you doing, traders? Hi, I'm Bunkaji. Welcome back to Boom and Punch Daily channel, Bunkaji Affection. The most appreciated subscribers to the channel, you are the best, you will ever remain. Regardless of all the faceless content that was being shared on this channel, you guys stick to it to this moment. I'm highly delighted to share with you the face behind all those content. And this video will actually kickstart a new dimension on this channel, and every subsequent video that will be shared on this channel, this is the face you are going to see in the video. So, once again, this is Boom and Crash the Way and Crash G. How you doing, guys? How's trading? How's everything going with you in your trading journey? If you're still struggling, it's part of the game. Let's keep pushing. You are going together. It's just a matter of time, discipline, and don't ever make any mistake of giving up. Giving up is not an option. Don't do that. It's not an option. So basically, what am I doing to do this for you guys today? Basically, I want to share with us a technique in which we adopt in this setup displayed for us on the screen. This setup, as you've seen it, was thoroughly mixed with the valuables in the VIP channel. So I think it is high time I share with you every techniques I've adopted in every setup, establish and execute day in, day out. So I'll be sharing with us what actually prompted us in taking the signal and what actually we see in the market that made or that brings about this setup. So with no much ado, without further ado, let's go into the market and let's see how these actually transpire. With that being said, what do we need? So here we are, guys, in the trading studio. So before we quickly go into the techniques in which I want to share with us, there are certain tips in which you have to know. So these tips are in every market or in every period you want to plot out your analysis. There are certain things you have to have at the back of your mind. Firstly, you have to know the overall structure of the market, whether the market is on uptrend or whether the market is going on downtrend. Another thing is that you have to know the state of the market. You have to know whether this market is moving in an increasing way or this market is making correction, consolidating, ranging, or what you may call it. So all these things we are still going to be talking about in our subsequent videos on this channel. So if you are new to this channel, kindly do it to hit the red button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification bell for you not to miss out on every trading tips, trading tricks, trading analysis that will be shared with us on this channel. Having said that, let's go straight into the business of the day. Let's go.
Here we are on the chart. So like I said earlier on, in every analysis you want to do, you must ensure that you know the structure and the state in which the market is on. So apparently on this chart, as it is, we are on our 1 hour time frame. On this 1 hour time frame, we tend to look out the structure in which the market is actually going, and we go back to our lower time frame to plot out our proper analysis. So basically, regarding that particular setup was actually be drawn out from in 15-minute time frame. So as you can see on the 1 hour time frame, we can see that the structure of this market is basically on a downtrend market. So at that particular time in which the analysis was being established, we identified the market to be on a downtrend. So that gave us a proper hint that the market is actually moving down, and at that particular state is just making a retracement and the overall direction is downtrend. So let's go straight to the 15-minute time frame and let's see what actually we identified in the market. So here we are on 15-minute time frame. So this is where we get the setup. Okay, so this is the technique. So the major tools in which we adopted in killing this particular pair is basically trend line and zone. So using your trend line, there's tips you have to understand concerning trend lines. So as a trend line, it is important that you identify the minimum of 2 peaks in the market and the minimum of 2 lows in the market. So that will give you proper channel you are looking for, and at the touch of the trend line, you go for your trade in the market. So having got to the 15-minute time frame, we identify some major highs and low in the market, the highs and the low. Yeah. So also we have this low, get this low, and also at that time you have we have this line. So we already have the two peaks we are looking for, and we already have the two lows we're actually looking for. So what we did was that we just drew our trend line. So we drew the trend line like so. So that's for trend line. So majorly we just made use of just two trend lines in identifying the channel in which the price is moving at that particular point. So the next thing we actually watched out for was the reaction of the price in this particular channel. It's highly important that any analysis you are plotting out, before you going for it, try as much as possible to be patient enough to watch out for the price reaction and get a certain confirmation, be it candlestick confirmation, or if you are the type that use indicator and you're good at it, wait for your indicator good confirmation that you know that this actually works before you actually go into the market and risk your money. So what we did here was that I haven't drawn our trend line, the true trend line. We await the reaction of the market. So another confirmation was that, you know, I actually said the technique we adopt was actually both trend lines and zone. So with this eye, we drew a zone, which was the previous resistance, which was actually taken out by this eye. So from there as well, we drew a zone. So as the market move in this particular channel in which we have drawn and formed this eye here, what the price did actually, the price actually respected this, the trend line, which made it to form an high. The price fell back to retest this high that was being broken, this particular zone that was being broken. The price went back there. Normally for other traders that don't really await any confirmation and then jump into the market based on the fact that, okay, this is their analysis, they've done their analysis, okay, the market will go to that point and definitely it's going to fall. So the price, they would have, once the price gets to this zone, this particular high here, and also there's a trend line there for them to, okay, yes, the market is going to come to that area, then fall from here straight up. So what the market did, the market actually broke out of this zone, took out all the liquidity above this high, which brought about it forming liquidity pool in the market. So what happened was that the market, after the price actually broke out of the trend line, the main motive of this breakout was actually to stop odds. So this move actually took out all the liquidity above this high, and what happened, the market started raging on the trend line. Market started raging towards the trend line, bounce up, come back to the trend line second time, bounce up, and what happened, the market came back, broke inside the trend line. Don't forget, I'm sharing with you what we spot in the market and what made us to actually took the signals and make the market. So after the price actually broke inside the trend line and came to the zone, the price actually rejected to retest this trend line. There we get a false confirmation that, okay, fine. There we get the first confirmation, okay, fine, the market is coming into place, is to create a spot for us to take the bearish movement in the market. So after this first confirmation, we patiently waited for it to also break inside this zone, because there are two factors in which we are putting into consideration here, which I said, the trend lines and the zone. So after we had the price broke inside the trend line and we had our retest, which gave us the first confirmation, the other confirmation we have to await is for a breakout of this zone downward, then for us to await a retest, then we take our signal. So what happened, the market actually break inside the zone and we had a bullish spinning top, which actually gave that retest. So then we say, okay, cool, this market is definitely not going to go back to this liquidity pool ever, even though it's going to go back, but not this time around. So we have a spot whereby we can actually place our SL. We get area for our SL. So this confirmation we're getting with these techniques, it gives us the strategic area whereby we can place our SL, and also strategic area whereby we can place our stop loss. So not only that, I've gotten these two confirmation. The first confirmation, which is the break inside of the trend line and the test of it, and the second confirmation, which is the break out of this high and a retest or spinning top of it. Not only that, what other confirmation do we get? The other confirmation we identified in the market was that there is actually an imbalance in the market. So this imbalance actually needed to be filled and needed to be balanced. So when we talk about imbalance, as the name implies, we are talking about a situation whereby the price is actually moving in a one-sided way. So this imbalance is also called the liquidity void. In our subsequent video, I will still be talking about liquidity void and how we can actually trade liquidity void in the market. So that's for that. So having identified the liquidity void, the imbalance in the market, we already know that this imbalance must be filled. So as I was saying concerning imbalance is actually, or liquidity void is a situation whereby the price is moving in a one-sided way in the market. As we all know that there are two entities in the market, and these two entities actually perform two functions in the market. So what are these entities I'm talking about? Basically, I'm talking about the sellers and the buyers. And what are their functions? Their functions are basically buying and selling. So but in a situation whereby we have one entity gaining more momentum and controlling the market on a long run without traces of the other entity, in that scenario we have an imbalance or liquidity void that must be filled in the market. So let me highlight the liquidity void we've identified in the market. Change the color. So this is a liquidity void. As we can see, we have a very bullish momentum without any traces of sell in the mid. So this liquidity void must be filled. So we actually be filled. So I will got in our entry at this particular point. We are targeting this particular level for RTP. So basically this will be RTP1 and why this will be RTP2. That's exactly what we point out as spotted in the market, and this is what actually prompted us in taking the signal. We have our strategic spots for our SL, and strategic points for both TP1 and TP2. And let's see how the market actually we killed it so well that we killed it so well. Both TP actually eat. Both TP actually eat. So you can actually practicalize these techniques, make use of your trend lines, make use of your zone. Like I said earlier on, in any analysis you want to plot out in whatever market you want to trade, ensure that you know the structure, ensure that you know the state of the market, and ensure you conduct your top-down analysis. I will be talking about that as well in our subsequent video in this channel. So you will do well to stay tuned and not to miss out on every trading tips, trading analysis, trading tricks that will be shared with us on this channel.
That's it, guys. I believe you learned one or two from that video, and if that's the case, like the video, share your comment over anything concerning trading you want me to talk about. Definitely I'm gonna bring it to you doorstep. So you know the drill, you must appreciate the subscribers to the channel. You are the best, you will ever know the best. And if you're new to this channel, don't hesitate to click the like button, turn on the post notification bell for you not to miss out on every trend tips, steady analysis that will be shared with us on this channel. Having said that, until next time I come away.
Just like get a little bit of trouble, in your side.